While not every woman is attracted to the same type of man, there's a unique allure about the enigmatic Sigma male that many find captivating. Sigma men are self-reliant, reserved, and prefer to chart their own path. This independence can be highly appealing, but it also presents challenges for women attempting to get close to them. They eschew conventional social norms and often maintain a low profile, making it difficult to discern their true thoughts and feelings. While this mystery can be intriguing to some women, it can also lead to feelings of frustration and bewilderment. Here are 7 reasons why Sigma men can be particularly challenging for women. 1. Sigma males are uncontrolled. Unlike most men, who are often straightforward for women to understand and even easier to sway, Sigma males stand apart. Many men openly display their thoughts and feelings, making it easy for women to predict their desires. A well-timed compliment, a bit of flattery, or some focused attention usually wins them over. In contrast, Sigma males operate on a different wavelength. Conventional strategies don't work on them. They are impervious to manipulation and insincere praise. Attempts to control these men will only drive them further away, presenting a significant challenge for women accustomed to having their way with men. This can be a considerable blow to their ego. Sigma males act according to their own will, indifferent to fitting in or seeking approval. Their fierce independence means they don't rely on others to make decisions for them. This independence makes it difficult for women to feel any sense of control in the relationship or even in their interactions with a Sigma male. When someone tries to control or direct them, Sigma males simply withdraw and follow their own path, leaving women perplexed and possibly frustrated. It's like trying to grasp smoke with bare hands, impossible to hold onto. Compliments, flattery, or reverse psychology have little impact on Sigma males. They remain steadfast in their ways, refusing to change for anyone, which makes it even more challenging for women to predict their actions or understand their true emotions. 2. Many women misunderstand the allure of Sigma men. Women often misinterpret them as shy or socially awkward because they don't readily share their thoughts and feelings. In truth, Sigma men are just very private and deeply absorbed in their own lives. They don't feel compelled to explain themselves or conform to social norms, which makes them seem unpredictable and hard to decipher. When they show interest, it's usually subtle and can easily go unnoticed unless she is very observant. Sigma men aren't the type to shower others with compliments or make grand romantic gestures, which can be confusing for women used to constant attention and validation. This air of mystery can be captivating at first, but it can also create doubts and uncertainties. Sigma men tend to be very guarded and don't open up easily, making it difficult for women to gauge their true feelings. They might seem aloof or distant, but this doesn't necessarily mean they're not interested. It's simply their nature to keep things to themselves until they feel comfortable enough to let someone in. While they may have difficulty expressing their emotions, it doesn't mean they lack them. It just takes time and patience to penetrate their defenses, especially if they've been hurt in the past. This unpredictability also extends to their behavior. Sigma men don't follow a predictable pattern or routine like most people. Their spontaneity can make it hard to anticipate their next move, which can be both thrilling and frustrating for women who prefer planning and stability. 3. Unlike many men who seek relationships to fill a void, Sigma men are completely self-sufficient. They can handle their physical, emotional, and financial needs independently. This doesn't mean they don't desire a partner or are incapable of maintaining a relationship. They simply aren't desperate for one. They don't require another person to achieve happiness or feel complete, especially if it's not the right match. Sigma men have mastered the art of being comfortable with themselves and enjoy their own company, regardless of whether they are in a relationship or not. Imagine someone who doesn't need constant reassurance or attention to feel validated. That's a Sigma man. He is entirely at ease doing things alone and doesn't depend on others to make decisions or provide direction. This can be quite different from what many women are accustomed to, as people often derive their self-worth from the opinions and actions of others. While having a supportive and loving partner is wonderful, it's equally crucial to be self-reliant and confident in one's own capabilities. Sigma men excel in this regard. They are independent and manage their lives without any external assistance. They also aren't the type to frequently call or text. They don't send long, emotive messages filled with hearts and emojis daily. This doesn't mean they are indifferent, they just express their affection differently. They prefer to show their love through actions rather than words, so when they do reach out, it's genuine and purposeful. While there's nothing wrong with being affectionate through communication, Sigma men are not the type to be glued to their phones, engaging in constant texting. They also handle their problems independently without seeking help. This might make them seem distant, as if they don't need their partner's support. Some women might feel left out or unimportant, which can be frustrating, but that doesn't mean the Sigma man doesn't appreciate his partner. He simply prefers not to burden her with his issues and likes to resolve things on his own. 4. Sigma men are acutely aware of their own value, and as a result, they expect the same level of quality in return. This might make them appear picky or difficult to please, but in reality, they simply have high standards and refuse to settle for anything less. Confident in their worth and abilities, they seek partners who match their level of authenticity, intelligence, and character. Sigma men are not easily swayed by appearances or material possessions. They seek genuine connections. They are very selective when it comes to choosing friends and partners, allowing only those who have earned their trust and respect into their inner circle. This can be daunting for some women, especially those who are used to easily attracting attention and admiration. With Sigma men, it's not about superficial displays. They can see through those facades. They seek someone who can hold their own, engage in intellectual challenges, and speak their mind without fear. While this may seem like a lot to live up to, these men believe in quality over quantity and are willing to wait for the right person, even if it means being alone for a while. This is why many Sigma men often remain single, not due to a lack of potential partners, but because they are highly selective about who they allow into their lives. While this selectiveness can be challenging for women, it is also a testament to their integrity and self-awareness. Sigma men know what they want and won't compromise for anything less. 5. Impressing a Sigma man is notably difficult, especially in a world where many women conform to prevailing beauty trends. A brief scroll through social media showcases countless women with makeup, Botox enhancements, and trendy outfits. While these might mesmerize the average man, causing him to fawn over their images, Sigma males remain largely unaffected by such superficial appeal. Although they appreciate beauty and fashion, capturing their interest demands much more. Sigma men set high standards and are cautious in granting their approval. This can make them seem aloof or even critical, but in reality, they don't hold societal notions of impressiveness or attractiveness in high regard. They value authenticity and genuineness over efforts to impress. This preference can make them seem disengaged, which many women find challenging, especially those who are used to easily garnering attention and admiration from men. It's not that Sigma men are indifferent, it's just that impressing them requires a great deal more effort. 6. While most men adhere to society's expectations of masculinity, Sigma men forge their own paths. Unlike rebels who break rules for shock value or attention, Sigma men disregard pointless rules simply because they see no reason to follow them. It's not about breaking the law or being a troublemaker. They just see through unspoken social norms that seem illogical to them. For instance, they might avoid trendy fashion because it doesn't appeal to them, or skip small talk because they find it trivial. When a Sigma man doesn't engage in typical dating rituals, it can be challenging for a woman to gauge his interest. His actions might seem unpredictable, but he's not playing games. He's just being true to himself and following his own methods. This nonconformity can lead to misunderstandings. Society often judges those who don't follow the crowd, and Sigma men frequently find themselves on the outskirts, misunderstood. Some women might perceive their behavior as aloof or antisocial, but these men simply prefer to avoid superficial interactions. They seek genuine, meaningful connections, even if it means deviating from the norm. 7. When Sigma men take time for themselves, it can ignite various thoughts in a woman's mind. She might start to question what he's doing, who he's with, and why he needs time away from her. This can lead to a whirlwind of speculation, with negative scenarios being easy to imagine. Such situations can evoke feelings of insecurity and jealousy, making her wonder why she isn't enough to constantly hold his attention. However, this is not indicative of his feelings towards her. Sigma men require alone time to recharge and reflect. This doesn't mean they don't enjoy their partner's company, they simply need space to maintain their equilibrium. Whether they are sitting quietly, going for a walk, or working on a personal project, this solitude is essential for their well-being. It helps them avoid feeling overwhelmed by continuous social interactions. Understanding this can foster a deeper, more trusting relationship. Conversely, failing to grasp this need can result in misunderstandings and increased distance. Respecting each other's need for space is vital for any relationship, but it is particularly crucial when involved with a Sigma man.